17 days of archetypes. For those of you who I don't know, my name is Renee Mayne, and I've got the absolute privilege of stepping in and guiding the goddess with us today. So we are on day 12, and where is she? Here we have the gorgeous goddess with us today, and I'm sure you all know by now this is a part of the Sacred 13 from the pack designed by Christy Jameson and the words by our own Ricky Jane Adams. So I will start by reading you the words that are on the back, and then I'll have a feel into how the goddess wants to come through today. I can feel the rumblings of her, so I'm really excited to, hey gorgeous, how are you? Excited to see what unfolds today. So hello to everyone popping in and watching. I'm excited. Alright, so the goddess. Breathe me in, for I am in everything. I am beyond your ideas of me. I cannot be contained in an idea or an image. I am all, I am grace. I am not even in this world, but everything that exists in this world because of me. I am not the stars, the trees and the mountains, but I am the reason they exist. I am the creative power that birthed the cosmos. I am bigger than that. I can see my reflection in everything that startles you awake with wonder. I am. So that is the goddess, and from the Sacred 13. But I am just going to have a little tune into the goddess. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is I'm going to channel what is coming through from the goddess right now and commune what she is saying. And then as I'm doing that, if you have a question that you would like to ask your goddess, then type it in the comments, and I will get to that, and I'll do an evaluation for you once I finish my channeling. So hopefully that sounds okay, beautiful women. I've snuck away and locked myself in my daughter's bedroom so I could have some time and space. So I'm just going to have a little tune in to what the goddess wants to share with you now. Actually, why don't we just all, if you can, if you're safe to do so, close your eyes and just use this moment to take a deep breath in through the nose and fill your belly as much as possible and let it out with an audible sigh. And let's just ground ourselves in this minute. Thinking about what the goddess means to you and where you're at right now, as I evoke the goddess for us all. I don't know why you run from me, because you cannot hide. I am everything. I'm the thing behind the thing behind the thing. I'm the person who you feel that quiet nudge. Not that loud thud, but that pause in between each breath. That pause in between each heartbeat. I am that. I am not of this world, and you cannot run and you cannot hide, but you can choose to call me in any moment. And I present myself now because I want to remind you that consciousness is just as much about capability in this evolving consciousness that we are a part of right now, and we cannot run from that and we cannot hide from that, because the capability that we show is in the action that we take, and we cannot pretend to just know, and we can have all the knowledge that seep in to who we are, but that is no longer enough. That is no longer enough, and we require more. We ask more of you for this time, because you were born to be more than what we are allowing ourselves to be. And it's a time where we have to not stand alone, but come together in this collective, and remember that it's evolving consciousness, it's evolving embodiment, and that is the awakening. And that is when we can become awake within the dream. We can become awake from the dream, not just in the dream, and we get to move and be and act as the goddess, and not just preach her words, because she is in every breath that we take. And when we pause and we slow down and we get to remember who we are, because the earth moves at warp speed, but why can we not feel it? Why can we not feel earth move at this warp speed when we can feel how fast we go when we're running or walking or in an aeroplane or on a train? But yet we cannot feel the earth move at warped speed. Why is that? Because when we're traveling at such a constant level and a constant frequency, you cannot feel the movement. You cannot feel there is no acceleration. And then so that brings us to the spiral of what we know as our consciousness. Sometimes we can't feel the ascension, because the ascension and the descension is actually the same thing, and it's our perception around what that is. But the more we bring those things together, the more we can remember who we really are and what we were here to do. If you think of a speedboat running across the ocean, and you can feel every wave crashing, but yet you can be on this luxury cruise liner and not feel a thing. And that is what this evolving consciousness, that is where we're going, and that is where we're going to embrace. And this is the next level of consciousness that we don't often talk about and we don't often hear about. But that is what we want to do, is we want the smooth run, and that's when we accept all that is. And we can remember who we are. And that is the most honoring thing that we can do for ourselves at this time. Run warm. Continue that slow burn. We are so caught up in time. And we know that time is not linear. And at what point are we going to wake up and fully realize that there is no time in space? There is no time in space. There is no time in space. Time does not matter. We shouldn't be in such a rush to get to anywhere because it's all done anyway. We've already done it. So it's time to just relax a little bit and slow down and remember that stillness in between. And remember that our breath, the quality of life is like our breath, and it goes in and out without even trying. And we can deepen it and we can expand it whenever we choose. And that is the evolution of our consciousness. And we'll come together as the collective and we just honor the depth of our breath. And remember that without even thinking, it goes in and out and in and out. The waves go in and out and in and out. Everything is just an echo of consciousness. And when we see that life force that naturally just regenerates and regenerates and regenerates, we can actually stop trying so hard and we can just lean in and actually remember who we really are without all the stories, without all the stuff, without all the trauma. And remember that we came here for a very important mission. And that's really just to be yourself. Be yourself. Be yourself. And so if I grant you anything today, and is that is permission to be you. That is permission to be all of you as you are. And don't try to change who you are. And your personality is not your ego. And they are traits, that's DNA within you that makes you you, and honor that lineage and honor those things within you. We cannot spend a lifetime trying to change who we are when we actually chose that before we entered into this life. And why do we forget to do that? I don't know, but we do. Beautiful. So, that is the goddess. And I could just feel like I could just drink that, drink that in. Being conscious and capable. Absolutely. You're welcome, beautiful. Now, does anyone have a question for the goddess that they would like me to evaluate within them or commune within them? If you would like a message from the goddess, then please let me know. I'm happy to do that now. I'm just, oops. I'm showing you my daughter's bedroom now. She'll be devastated. I'm just scrolling here to see, yes. Full-bodied yesterday, thank you. So you're so welcome. Lisa, such a beautiful journey. Wondering if my quiet nudge to create a whole new offering. Let's go. Sorry, I'm just trying to go back to see that. Okay. Wondering, so I'm at Lisa, wondering if my quiet nudge to create a whole new offering for belief coaching for feminine, or to be with coaching Pilates and yoga instructors to grow their business online. Okay, Lisa, I am just going to yeah. I'm going to say, are they not one and the same thing? They're not two separate things. And I want you to think about this as when we talk about the evolving level of consciousness that is around us. We are at such a potent time where we need to forward think a little bit more. So what I invite you to do is to rethink feminine. And what does that mean? Because I am both the God and the goddess. So what happens beyond gender? Who are we then? Because there's no right or wrong path. And it's at a time where we can't separate things. This is our biggest fear is the law of separation. There is no separation. We are all one. So it's time to bring this together in complete divine unity now. And that is what we need to remember is, so my parting question with you is as to what life looks like beyond gender, and what does that mean for you in the evolution of your consciousness? Thank you, beautiful Lisa. Deb. Okay. Let's tap into your goddess. I'm feeling this fire burning up from my womb, and I just want to breathe. I want to go on this journey through this narrow window that you're creating, that is taking you on a very it's a very potent channel where you're going in the direction. And I want to remind you that there is no time to waver on this. You don't need to waver, because this tunnel is long and it's narrow and it's straight for you. And so it's time for you to not question that path anymore, because it's crystalline, it's there, and it's solid. And the fire that's brewing up this canal right now is I'm feeling it from my womb, and it's going straight up my spine and out. And what that wants to tell me is it's time for you to sit in the fire with why you're actually questioning this very obvious path for yourself. I hope that makes sense to you, Deb. My thing's frozen. Oh, there we go. Okay, who are we up to? Right, Lena. Of course, I will do you anytime, my darling. I want to invite you home. Because your heart hurts, and honey, you're crying tears that aren't yours to shed. They're not yours to shed. Come home. Come home to yourself. Because you are trapped in other people's timelines that aren't yours to fix. And hear me when I speak this, the more you come home, the more you will automatically have the ripple effect where you will clear the ancestral lineage. And that's only going to happen when you come home to yourself and be fucking unwavering in that. But you need to come home. Love you, beautiful. Debbie. I want to say to remember your spiritual sight. Remember your spiritual sight is the periscope to your intuition, and it can see realms beyond realms beyond realms. And I want you to remind you that you've lived this path before. So the question that you seek, you already know the answer. You already know the answer. And that is to remember that your spiritual sight is reminding you to zoom out, because it won't seem so hard then. It won't seem so hard, and as much it will become insignificant. The more you zoom out, the more peace you will find within yourself, and the more clarity you'll be able to each step to take. You'll be able to have clear discernment in the steps that you take and what you invite into your life and what you call in, because you're using that periscope of your third eye, and you can see that how you've done this before, and that's what you can sit with. You can sit with and sit quietly in meditation and invite yourself in to remember how you've done this before. So zoom out and call in that lifetime where you've actually done this before, because that is what that is telling me. It's just remember your third eye, remember your third eye, remember your third eye. And the more you zoom out, the better you see. Jess. Jess. The earth moves when you remember who you are. The earth moves when you remember who you are. It sends this earthquake throughout into the depth of Mother Earth, and I call forth for you, and I remind you to remember the womb at the core of Mother Earth and connect. That is your embodiment. That is your embodiment. That is the core of your connection, and that is the birth, and that is the rebirth, and that is the canal that you're trying to give birth to now. But it is absolutely vital that you begin to untangle yourself from that entanglement that you're feeling in your head. And because that entanglement, we need to see the beginning of that unraveling, because that is taking up too much energy. And meanwhile, at the core of Mother Earth, there's a little baby in this womb, and it's just waiting. It's waiting to It's waiting for you to conceive it. It's there and it's ready. And this womb, this conception at the base of Mother Earth is go down, go down, go down. Don't spend just as much time as you're going up, but spend it going down as well. And then there's one vital step, and that is to bring that together again. And that is the unison that is just yearning for you right now. But it's really that entanglement is not conducive to your success right now. And I want to remind you that you are both the thread and the tapestry. Remember, you are all things all at once. And the more you tap into that core of Mother Earth, remember that you are a star seed just as much as you are an earth angel. And she's calling you in now, and she's wanting to invite you back to connect with that, to that birthing suite and that canal, and focus on that canal. Because what I'm getting is that as soon as you focus on that birth canal, that just unravels. That entrapment that you're feeling in your mind just unravels, and that is fucking spectacular. So you don't even need to focus on that, on unraveling that. All you have to do is focus on that canal and connecting to that place. Nafisa. I want to remind you about the element of touch, because I am so alive in you. But I want to invite you to stand strong. I want to remind you to straighten your spine, because this soft front surface, as beautiful, as inviting, as intoxicating as what it is, will not sustain you. So I invite you to invoke your God. Straighten your spine. Feel it from the base of your spine. Feel it straighten. Strong spine. Soft front surface. Do you see the difference? You can do this with me now. Feel your soft surface. Feel your soft surface. Feel it. Feel it. Feel how soft it is. Feel how unsupported it is. Now straighten your spine. Remember your God. Strong spine. Strengthen your spine. Soft front surface. That is the sacred union that is time for you to take now. That is the union that you need to focus on now. Strong spine, soft front surface. And then that is the most sustainable way that you can be of service, is embracing this sacred union that is just screaming for you now, because that strong spine, that God wants to scaffold you and hold you so you can let that softness, That softness can be free flowing, and it's free to explore wherever it wants to explore because you have a strong spine. All right. Let's go. Okay. So we'll do Ray and then Megan, and then we'll go. All right. I'll do as many as what I can. So we got Ray, we got Megan, we got Ellen and Sonia. Beautiful. And I think beautiful and Joe. Okay. All right. Ray. You're so focused on the horizon that you're forgetting about the shore and the beauty of those waves crashing. And so what I'm reminding you to do is to see the horizon, but feel the shore. Feel the waves, feel the gentleness of the waves crashing against your feet, and feel what's going on around you, and let that be your curiosity. Let that be your delight. Let that activate that decadence inside of you. And that be that, because then the horizon becomes but a figment of your imagination, because you're so enjoying the deliciousness of now, that end goal, that horizon that you're so focused on won't be so far away, and it will become very insignificant because you are living that sunset and sunrise in every moment when you go forth. And that is what I am here to remind you of. Megan. A goddess doesn't mince her words. She doesn't mince her words. She doesn't need to mince her words. And she is completely unapologetic for who she is. Never forget who you are, and remember that desire that you had when you were a little girl. That bring that through. And when you catch yourself trying to edit who you are, trying to dumb down, trying to morph into someone else that society might not challenge society or the people around you. I want you to come back to that, knowing that it will not go away. It will not go away. It will not go away. I'm here to stay. And I'm just reminding you to bring back that spark of curiosity, and let that be the breadcrumbs into all of who you are, and do not apologize for who you are. Stand in your truth. Ellen. Ellen. I want you to look up. I want you to look up and see the night sky, see the stars, and just remember me. Remember how vast I am. And remember how vast you are. Know that those stars in the sky are little whispers. They're little whispers that will speak to you, and nothing is ever lost. Nothing is ever lost, and nothing is insignificant. You are not insignificant. You have the ability to open up universes and open up worlds, worlds within worlds. One starseed at a time. Just remember the impact that one candle can have. One candle can light another one and another one and another one, and the ripple effect of that gives you the stars in the sky that shine so bright. So don't worry about the numbers and focus on each star at a time. Okay. And Sonia. Sonia. That forbidden fruit that you thought that you swallowed, I want to remind you that it wasn't forbidden, that is a perception that we carry, and one that we can let go. You can let go. And remember that every garden bed feeds off the dirt. We feed it fertilizer, we feed it manure, we feed it shit in order for our flowers and our vegetables to bloom. So it is not waste. Nothing is ever wasted. It all just feeds into this botanical garden that is your soul. And your body is the garden to your soul. Always nourished. And be welcoming in the changing of perceptions, because as soon as we defend our truth, it's no longer our truth. So is it time to let go of that truth and evolve into a new one? I'm trying to scroll here. There we go. And Joe, lucky last, Joe, the goddess. We know that time is not linear, and there is no time in space, and we are living multiple lifetimes all at once. And we have the Akashic records that are available to us at all times, and what I'm wanting to invite you to do is to explore the Akashic records that your womb carries. What is your womb trying to tell you right now? What is some of the trauma that needs to be released, that needs to be met? Our womb has its own Akashic records, and it is with absolute tenderness and gentleness that I feel this throbbing in your womb, that this is the key. This is the pressure point that is also the pleasure point as to what's unfolding and what's alive in you now. And to feel this wholeness and this discernment and this love, this unwavering love for yourself. But there is an unraveling that is happening, and the more you feel into that womb and to the Akashic records that lay within your womb, that is the next unfolding for you. It is there that the goddess awaits you. Yeah. You're rewriting lineages. And I think, and Joe, you were the lucky last. So thank you so much. I have no idea how long this has been happening for, so thank you so much to everybody. Thank you so much for allowing me to share the goddess with you today. And it's been my honour and privilege. Much love, beautiful people. Thank you. Bye.